According to a new report from the Washington Post, 14 different people that worked with Donald Trump during his tenure in the White House have confirmed that he always mishandled classified information. And in fact, before retired General Mark Kelly came in as chief of staff, there was literally no protocol in place on how to handle classified documents in Trump's White House. And to make matters worse, most of the staffers that were brought in for Donald Trump's White House, the people that talked to the Washington Post, they'd never worked in a White House. They didn't have security clearances. They didn't know how to handle these documents, and they freely admit that. But they do know that what Trump was doing was 100% not okay. Let me read this. He took transcripts of his calls with foreign leaders, as well as photos and charts used in his intelligence briefings, to his private residence with no explanation. He demanded that letters he exchanged with North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un be kept close at hand so he could show them off to visitors. Documents that would ordinarily be kept under lock and key mingled with piles of newspaper articles in Trump's living quarters and in a dining room that he used as an informal office. So, basically, if you went to the White House during Donald Trump's tenure, it's likely you would have stumbled upon classified documents just sitting out there in the open, because as the report goes on to say, that is literally what he did. They would walk into the residence area of the White House, the classified documents would be clearly visible, sitting out on tables for anyone who comes by to see. They would be in the dining room, just sitting on the table, waiting for anyone who wanted to take a peek, because that's how Donald Trump was. But it gets worse, right? Okay, we understand 14 former officials said he mishandled classified documents during his tenure. We got that, right? What does that have to do with the document scandal down here at Mar-a-Lago? Glad you asked. Because according to these individuals, they personally saw Donald Trump packing up some of these materials that they knew he wasn't allowed to have in the boxes that ultimately ended up down at Mar-a-Lago. Now pay attention to what I just said, which of course is what the report says. They didn't see Donald Trump hand the document to somebody else and then somebody else put it in the box. They say they saw Donald Trump himself take the document, put it in the box. That is going to come into play if Donald Trump does get indicted in this document scandal. Because he would no longer be able to claim that, oh no, they packed those boxes, right? The staffers packed those boxes. Because that is a big question, right? Who packed the boxes? Because that person is ultimately going to harbor most of the liability there. Trump could have plausible deniability if he's not the one who packed the boxes himself. He just knew they were down at Mar-a-Lago. Okay, well, you shouldn't have had them there, but you didn't personally do it. These people say that he personally did it. So even though nearly all of these individuals spoke on the condition of anonymity to the Washington Post, the DOJ probably needs to reach out to the Post and see if any of these people would be willing to testify that Donald Trump did put those documents in the boxes himself. Because if they can get multiple people to take the stand, again, if indictments come in a criminal trial, if they can get multiple people to take the stand and corroborate the fact that Trump personally put the documents in the boxes, that will officially destroy any legal defense that Donald Trump may try to use at trial. Warm weather is still here, and for me, that means hot, sleepless nights. I recently found a way to stay cool at night, which means I can finally sleep through the night. And since I started using Miracle brand self-cooling bed sheets, I stay comfortable all night long. And did you know that traditional bed sheets can harbor more bacteria than a toilet seat? It can lead to acne, allergies, and stuffy noses, and it's just gross. Miracle brand offers a whole line of self-cleaning, eco-friendly bedding such as sheets, pillowcases, and comforters that prevent 99% of bacteria and require 3 times less laundry. Using silver-infused fabrics originally developed by NASA, Miracle brand sheets are thermoregulating and designed to keep you at the perfect temperature all night long. So you get better sleep every night. These sheets are infused with natural silver that prevent 99.9% of bacterial growth, leaving them to stay cleaner and fresh 3 times longer than other sheets. No more gross odors. Miracle sheets are luxuriously comfortable without the high price tag of other luxury brands. The sheets use a premium 500 thread count sateen weave that's made with USA-grown Supima cotton, which is one of the highest quality cottons in the world. And it's better for your skin. Stop sleeping on bacteria. Clean sheets means less bacteria to clog your pores and fewer breakouts and other skin problems. Go to trymiracle.com/ROF to try it today. And we've got a special deal for our viewers. Be sure to use our promo code ROF at checkout to save 40% and get 3 free towels. And Miracle is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you aren't 100% satisfied, you'll get a full refund. Upgrade your sleep with Miracle brand. Go to trymiracle.com/ROF and use the code ROF to claim your free 3-piece towel set and save 40% off. Again, that's trymiracle.com/ROF.